Hello everybody, welcome to this video on TutorialsPoint. Today our topic of discussion is going to be on workplace ethics and code of conduct. Well friends, if you are working as an employee in any organization, be it small, medium or big enterprise, there are certain code of conduct and certain professional behaviors that an employer expects out of their employees. And today in this module, we will discover what those ethics and code of conduct are. Well, let's get started. Agenda today, we will talk about certain things which is related with defining workplace ethics, importance of having ethics at workplace. So why exactly do we need to have ethics and the importance of that at workplace? Obeying the laws, the rules and regulations. Every organization has certain laws, rules and regulations which they expect you to follow. Best workstation, bay and cubicle practices that every employee needs to have. Legal, moral and professional ethics, and some of the best organizations in the world today which have been ranked in terms of workplace ethics and culture. Well, that is all in our module today, and let's see what else we can learn in this. So if I have to give you a definition, what exactly do we mean by workplace ethics? The dictionary definition of workplace ethics is, it is a group of moral principles, certain standards of behavior or set of values regarding proper conduct in the workplace. Well, ethics is something which either you have or you don't have. There is no gray or black, or there is nothing in between on that. You either have it or you don't. Ethics, my dear friends, is not something that can be taught, but it's something that you feel and something that is your moral and principles. Certain questions that we need to keep in mind when we are faced with this particular, having any doubt in our mind in terms of do these things or do this behavior is ethical or not ethical. Certain questions we need to keep in mind are, is that particular thing legal and fair? If you're stuck somewhere, any kind of behavior, ask yourself or introspect on this question, is it legal and fair? Will it hurt anyone if I do this particular behavior? Is anybody going to be hurt by this action or behavior of mine? Next thing which you need to ask is, will it make anyone uncomfortable? If I do certain thing, anybody getting uncomfortable with it? Does it convey respect for others? Any questions on that you may ask? Have I involved others by asking their viewpoint? Have I collaborated or have I asked everybody for their opinion before going ahead with this behavior? Well friends, these are certain questions you need to introspect on when you are stuck in a situation with regards to whether your behavior or action is ethical or not. Well friends, let's understand what are certain reasons why employees are fired from their workplace. All of us need to pay a lot of attention on this particular segment because nobody likes getting fired at workplace. So certain reasons are, certain employees are fired because they are troublemakers. They get into a lot of different kind of troubles at workplace, be it with employees or bosses, anything with regards to creating trouble with the processes, the SOPs, etc. They also use offensive language at workplace. You should not use any kind of abusive language. You should not put people down with the way you use your language. You should also not follow, or rather you should not do anything with regards to following the law and order, should not go against the law and order at the workplace. Never ever harass others with regards to getting your work done, using your ego, your power, your status at workplace. So don't harass anybody. Doing or any kind of involvement in theft, so stealing something at workplace, can be a reason why you might get fired. And last but not the least, incompetence. As an employee, you are expected to be competent at your work, so you should not do anything which will show you as an incompetent employee at workplace. Well, we will now discuss certain common work ethics which every organization around the world today uses. So if you are working for any kind of company, any organization, these are certain common ethics which everyone wants you to follow. Let's understand what these ethics are. Well, the first ethic which people really want you to follow, or employers would want you to follow, are punctuality. You need to be punctual at workplace. Why punctuality? What I mean to say is, if you have a reporting time at 10 a.m. in the morning, try to be there at work 15 minutes earlier. This shows punctuality. Also punctuality with regards to if you have told your boss or manager that you will submit a particular report or assignment, anything at all, make sure that you get back to them within that time frame. That's punctuality, and it's highly honored at workplace. The second thing is responsibility. Now, employers really expect employees to take responsibility for their actions, responsibility for the work that they are doing. So never ever try to brush your hands off from the responsibility given to you, and try to do as much as possible to be proactive, try and take as much responsibility and initiative, and be a leader with regards to that. The second thing, or rather the third thing with regards to workplace ethics, is having a lot of integrity and loyalty. People who have integrity, now we have another module with regards to integrity, but just to explain you in a little detail right now, integrity is something which is very personal to people. So people should show, or rather their actions and behavior should show people that they are integrity, and they also have a lot of loyalty. Never ever share confidential data of the company or organization with outsiders. That's a complete no-no. So make sure that you show with your actions and behavior that you are somebody who has a lot of integrity and somebody who has a lot of loyalty. People should be able to trust you with their words and actions. The next thing, and the most important part of workplace ethics, is being a good team member. You as an organization, or you as an employee, will have a lot of team members reporting into you, or you will be working in a lot of teams. Everybody in a team has a different mindset. So be a good team player. Never try to put any team member down with your words and actions, and also try to help your team members as much as you can. If you are going to help them, next time around when you need help, they will also come back to you. So be a good team worker, be a good team player, because that's really honored and valued at workplace. Professionalism, well, I can't really explain this in a lot of detail, but professionalism today is the most sought out kind of a behavior by every employer in the world today. People expect you to be professional. Now, professional with regards to your grooming, your attire at workplace is important, and also professional with regards to your behavior. You need to come across as not somebody who's unprofessional, immature, etc. So be very professional with regards to your etiquette, be very professional with regards to your basic grooming and attire. The next thing is having a positive attitude. Well, friends, it's very essential that when you're working in an organization, employers expect you to have a good attitude at work. Well, you might be having a lot of problems at work, you might not get along with another team member, etc. But important thing to understand is have a positive attitude, and you will see success coming your way soon. Well, friends, the next thing we will discuss with regards to workplace ethics is having commitment to excellence. Well, employers today don't need good employees, they need great and excellent employees. So if you have been assigned a particular task or given a particular project to handle, try and put your heart and soul into it, try and achieve excellence. Instead of just doing it for the heck of doing your job, try to excel at your job, because that is something that will get you into the limelight, and people really appreciate hard work as well as smart work. The next thing is with regards to reliability. Well, you need to be shown as somebody who's reliable. Employers, or rather your bosses and managers, should be able to rely on you and give you a task with assurance that you will complete the task in time. So you need to show reliability with regards to your actions, your behavior, your body language. Everything should show that you are confident and reliable as a person or as an employee. Next thing is with regards to being productive. Well, friends, everybody gets 24 hours in a day. Nobody gets more or nobody gets less. But yet, some people are able to finish all their tasks within that particular stipulated time. With regards to being productive, it's really essential to understand that don't waste your time at work. Don't loiter around, start gossiping with other people, go to the coffee machine, and while you're sipping your coffee, you're wasting half an hour, 45 minutes just talking to people randomly. It's important to understand that you need to show yourself as a productive employee, and that is something that will give you essential or really good brownie points. So show yourself as somebody who's productive at work. Try and understand that people really give weightage to those people who are productive at work. Respect is something which is very, very essential at workplace. You need to give respect to get respect, and that's something which is very essential. Try and respect everyone at workplace, be it a peon or an office boy to the CEO or a MD of the company. Your employees, or rather your team members, also need to be treated with a lot of respect. If you don't give respect to people, you will never get it back, and respect is something that everyone aspires for. So start respecting your people. Friends, we will now get into a very important segment, which is having certain cubicle and workplace ethics and etiquette. When you are working at a particular workstation or cubicle, there are certain do's and don'ts and certain things you need to keep in mind. Let's see what they are. You need to make sure that your workstation is clean and organized, and I don't need to tell you this why it's important. You show yourself as a professional if your workstation is neat, organized well, there are no files or papers flying in and out. Use a dustbin and not litter here and there. Well, it's important if you don't need a piece of paper, just don't throw it here and there, use the dustbin. No eating at workstation. It's very distracting. If you're eating something, the smell of your food might travel to other workstations also. So always use the cafeteria or the particular designed place or designated place with regards to having your food. Turn off the printer, light, air conditioner, computer when you are leaving for the day. If you are the last employee to leave for the day, it's something which is very basic and etiquette that you need to switch off everything before you leave. You need to treat your workplace like your home. You wouldn't leave air conditioners and lights, AC, etc. on when you're leaving from home, would you? So in the same way, workstation needs to be respected. Keep your phone calls short and definitely no loud ringtones on your phone. It's very distracting if your neighbor or somebody who's sitting next to you is working very hard and suddenly your phone rings like anything and there's a loud ringtone, or you're having long conversations on phone. Never ever use the office landline for your own personal calls, and that's something which is again a matter of etiquette and manners. Handle office stationery properly. Do not overuse the office stationery just because it is provided free of cost to you. Don't overuse it or take some of this office stationery back home for personal use. That's again a complete no-no. Well, understanding code of ethics is very important. So workplace ethics serve as a guiding principles that effective leaders use to set the professional tone and behavior. Leaders today all over the world have set certain code of conduct, certain code of law which they feel need to be really used by the employees today. And let's understand what these morals, principles and guidelines are. Well, with regards to code of ethics, there are three things which we need to understand: legal, moral and professional. With regards to legal code of ethics, every employer today has certain legal issues or law and order which they want the employees to follow, and it's very important to understand if you are going against the processes of the company, if you are going against the set law and order of the company, you can be put behind the bars. So never ever mess around or play around with the law and order of the company. The second thing with regards to code of ethics is moral ethics. Well, moral or morality is something that either you have or you don't have, and it's important to understand moral ethics is something that an employer really looks for in an employee. So don't have any kind of behavior which will show you as an immoral person, or having any kind of stealing behavior, being morally rude to people, again a complete no-no. And also with regards to professional ethics, employers today are really looking for their employees to be professional. So anything with regards to having good behavior, professional behavior, something that an employer looks for, and something that their brand image is also at stake if you are following any kind of unprofessional behavior. So friends, we need to understand that legal, moral and professional ethics is something which is the need of the hour, and we need to understand our company, wherever we are working, what is their legal, what is their professional and what is their moral ethics that they expect out of an employee. Well, just to throw some light on certain organizations which have been voted in terms of best organization for corporate culture, Facebook, Google, these are certain organizations which I'm sure all of us know have been voted as place where people love to work because of the kind of culture that they have. Certain other organizations are Warby Parker, Southwest, again a kind of an airline, and Adobe and Zappos.com. These are certain organizations which have been voted as best organizations to work in because of the kind of culture they provide to the people, and people love working in such kind of a culture. To conclude our topic on workplace ethics and code of conduct, well friends, I hope you have enjoyed listening to this particular module, because as an employee it's very important to have certain ethics and code of conduct, because otherwise your impression in an organization can really go down, and trust me, people can fire you left, right and center if you do not have certain ethics and code of conduct. So thank you for watching us and have a great day.